Every year, Hospice Peterborough hosts a holiday memory tea where we invite all the family members of people we have served who have had a loved one die to come and to gather for a time of reflection and honoring. No one could have imagined last year what this year, 2020, would look like. And COVID has certainly changed the way that we're able to do things. However, while we are not able to do the things this year as we would have liked, it is so important that we do what is most necessary, and that is to honor those people who have died and to offer this time and space to make sure that they are not forgotten. In some ways, COVID has forced us to change the way we do this event, and perhaps this will become the new way of holiday memory tradition at Hospice Peterborough. We have chosen to erect this tree and to string it with lights that represent all those who have died that we are carrying in our hearts this holiday season. Some of you have been involved in this event for several years, and for many of you, this represents the first Christmas season without that person or persons with you. We've chosen lights to help us for several reasons. First of all, light interrupts and pushes back the darkness around it. Grief is like darkness that rolls into our life after the death of someone we love. And there are times when we feel overwhelmed with the darkness. The light of memory pushes that darkness back and allows us those moments of illumination where we remember and we're thankful for the person who shared life with us. But secondly, light also allows us to see what's around us, and that is so important for our grief. The words I hear so often right after a death are words that express the despair of not knowing what we're going to do or how we're going to find our way because of the darkness of grief. And these lights remind us that although these people are not here with us physically, their light burns strong and shows us the way that we ought to live. It is in remembering that we find our way, and the lessons they taught us will serve to show us how and where we will live again. And so today, in a moment, I will lead us in a short reflection, and then we will light the lights. We will pause for a moment of quietness, and then Natalie Warner is going to do a reading for us, followed by some instructions for the doves. We gather here today at Hospice and are joined by so many in their homes to light the lights on the tree of holiday memory to shine brightly during this holiday season. There are many lights, and that together they represent those who we love who have died. May we be inspired today by the fact that we are not alone, and that the light penetrates the darkness and shows the way. We honor those who are not here physically, but who are very present in our hearts and our lives and will never be forgotten. Let us pause.
Richard Wagamese, an Anishinaabe writer, wrote in his book One Drum, "Everywhere around the world, people are engaged in ceremony. The ceremonies take many forms. They are born outward as prayers and songs and petitions in many languages. They are partaken in geographies as diverse as the looks of our physical selves. Around the world, humankind shares a deep and resonant yearning for connection with the cosmos, with spirituality, community, and the planet. We're all going somewhere. We can feel that. We just don't want to make the journey alone, and we never have. In the primitive times that were our common beginning, we were wanderers, all of us. Every contemporary culture shares this origin. We follow game and other food. We foraged to survive. Every night, fires were lit and everyone gathered around them. Everyone sat and basked in the flickering light of flames. They felt secure from the hard dark around them. They felt safe in the company of each other. They felt belonging and worth and acceptance. They felt the mystery, the invisible energy of the universe all around them. Light and evergreen trees are important parts of many holiday celebrations at this time of the year. Today is the first day of the Jewish holiday Hanukkah, which is also known as the Festival of Light and is marked by the lighting of candles each night for 8 days. The Chinese holiday Dongzi is a solstice tradition marking the shortest day of the year and celebrating the return to longer days, and in doing so honoring ancestors and letting go of the sorrows of the year to move forward in rebirth. Evergreen boughs were hung at this time of year by early cultures as reminders that we would return to a time of rebirth with green plants and sunshine. The tradition of the modern Christmas tree is often attributed to Martin Luther, the 15th century Christian reformer, who it is said added candles to the evergreen tree in honor of the brilliance of the stars he saw in the sky on a walk home from church. We light this tree and hang doves in honor of the people important to us who have died. Each of us has a unique experience of grief and sorrow, unique to who we are and to the relationship we had with our person. But in lighting this tree, we come together to share in the experience of grieving and to honor our person and our grief through the beauty of light. As a community, it is particularly important to find new ways to come together in this season of darkness created by shorter days and the separation caused by COVID-19. Lighting this tree is a reminder that none of us is alone. So we have a series of doves that are available to print on the hospice website, or you can come to 325 London Street and pick up a dove, and you can honor the person that was important to you by writing their name on the dove. You can also, if you would like, decorate the dove with marker and then bring it down to the fence and hang it. If you're unable to come down to the fence, leave your dove at reception and a staff member or a volunteer will hang your dove for you. So we attach doves to the fence.
So thank you for joining us today, and thank you for allowing this time of reflection and memory. I'm going to invite Sheila and the boys to come and to place a dove on the fence in honor of a dad and a husband at this time.
I'll put yours on. No,
I'll do that.
oh, okay.
Thank you so much, and we trust that this fence will be filled with the doves of memory. And may this holiday season bring you some sense of peace. And please know that hospice is here and has many online resources to help you find your way